Hey, what's up, guys? Have you ever wondered what exactly is personality? We have very often heard people say he or she has a wonderful personality, or what a personality he or she has. Personality is a typical pattern of thinking, feeling, and behaviors that make a person unique from others. When we say that someone is having good personality, we mean that they're likable, interesting, and pleasing to be with. Everyone wants to be attractive to others. Having a good personality is probably the most important, even than having good looks. According to Dale Carnegie, the author of New York Times bestseller How to Win Friends and Influence People, approximately 85% of your success and happiness is a result from the way you interact with others. Which, in my opinion, is absolutely true. Ultimately, it is your personality that determines whether people are attracted to you or shy away from you. It isn't just about putting an attractive exterior, you have to maintain an inner beauty to improve your personality. I collected the best traits you'll find in the people with an extraordinary personality. The tips I shared in this video will help you become a better version of yourself. Here are 5 tips you can implement in your daily life to improve your personality. Let's get straight into the video. Tip number 1. Learn public speaking. If you think closely, there's no use of having a good personality if you cannot present yourself properly. That's why you need to know how you can speak and present yourself with confidence in front of a crowd. Public speaking not only helps you build a personality, but it also improves your communication skills and in your professional life too. Public speaking is one of the most essential and most dreaded forms of communication. 75% of the people around the globe suffer from glossophobia or speech anxiety. It is the most common fear people have across the world. Throughout primary school, it is easy to be a student who sits in the back of the classroom and avoids raising their hands to dodge such situations. But in the working world, public speaking is a vital skill to have and hone. It affects simple everyday interactions between co-workers, bosses and employees, etc. It can have an enormous impact on your career path and the levels of success in your industry. You can improve your public speaking skills by practicing. Public speaking is a kind of skill that you cannot entirely learn by watching few YouTube videos or reading public speaking blogs. Of course, you can learn tips and techniques by browsing through the internet, but practicing speaking publicly plays the most crucial role in learning public speaking. It might be uncomfortable in the beginning, but it's worth it in the end. You need to do the things that are uncomfortable for you to improve yourself. Tip number 2. Be confident about yourself. Do the things that you need to do every day to facilitate and develop your confidence. When you feel good about who you are, it can help you a lot. The person you see looking back at yourself in the mirror, knowing that I'm doing good in my life, I bring value to the world and people around me, is a complete game changer. It's going to skyrocket your personality. It's going to be like a death laser beam just going out because you feel great about yourself. And that will transcend to every aspect of your life, including your personality. Having a low self-esteem is like driving a car on handbrake. But the good news is, low self-esteem isn't a life sentence. Self-confidence can be learned, obtained and mastered just like any other skill. The best way to boost your self-confidence instantly is by stopping comparing yourself to others. Whether you compare how you look to your friends on Facebook or you compare your salary to your friend's income, comparisons aren't healthy. In fact, a 2018 study published in Personality and Individual Differences found a direct link in between envy and the way you feel about yourself. Researchers found that the people who compared themselves to others experienced envy, and the more envy they experienced, the worse they felt about themselves. It can be a vicious cycle. Pay attention to times when you compare your wealth, skills and achievements. Thinking that other people are better or have more will erode your confidence in yourself. When you notice that you're drawing comparisons, remind yourself that doing so isn't helpful. Everyone is running their own race. Life is not a competition. Tip number 3. Be a good listener. Nature gave us 2 ears and 1 tongue so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Many may not listen that well because they think they don't get much out of it personally. But the better you listen, the better they listen to you, and the better and deeper the relationship gets. If you focus on understanding him or her and giving value based on that, you will get the same thing back. There's nothing more appealing than having someone listen to you, making you feel like you're the only person in the world. Having good listening skills connects you to the world around you and helps you understand your responsibilities. Aside from practical benefits, being a good listener is essential for your social life quality. We each have a world of our own. filled with our own thoughts, ideas, opinions, values, experiences, and perspectives. Listening is the key of communication. It is an essential part of any conversation. It helps you understand the viewpoint of other person better. More than half of the conversation or communication is paying attention to and understanding the other side. When you actively listen to what the other person is saying, it shows them that you pay attention to them and listen to what they say. Doing this will make them feel good. It shows them that you respect them. Constantly interrupting without listening never leads to a meaningful and enlightening conversation. Good listening skills lead to more meaningful relations and less frustrating situations in our daily life. Work on your active listening skills, because when you listen to somebody, it's just not your ears. You just don't hear the words come out. Your whole body should be listening, which means you need to put your phone away, maintain an eye contact with the speaker, nod your head if you agree with them, and just engage with them. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen people doing, which makes them a terrible listener, is interrupting when someone is saying something. The person who's talking will feel understood and cared about when you listen to them and wait till they finish speaking. By listening rather than talking, you make the person who's speaking think that they're valued. So interrupting when the other person is talking is never a good idea. Tip number 4. Be optimistic and have a positive outlook on life. Practice and adopt a more positive outlook on life. Your attitude and the way you think have much to do with how you feel about yourself. If you adopt a positive attitude and think positively, you will have a better opinion of yourself, which means a sense of self-esteem. Choose to look at yourself in a positive light. See what is positive and good in you. This will automatically increase your self-esteem. Don't worry about the negative people and what they think and say about you. When you have a positive attitude towards yourself, the people around you will have a better opinion of you and treat you with more respect. Loving yourself, being good to yourself, and being happy are signs that you're thinking positively. This attitude will also enhance your self-confidence, your courage, and your inner strength. Another reason why you should adopt a positive way of thinking is its effect on relations with people. Nobody likes being around with someone who's pessimistic. People tend to gravitate and to like positive people because they motivate people and bring joy and uplifting energy. If you talk about negative things, acknowledge that you're doing that and then work on developing a more positive outlook. This is something that you can change just by thinking positively. Only looking at things a bit differently can make all the difference in the world. Be encouraging and supportive to others. When you say good job, you can do it, good luck to someone, it makes them feel great being around you. People just love when someone motivates them or pushes them to be a better person. And coming to tip number 5, improve your sense of humor. As creatures, it is generally accepted that there are 5 primary senses, which are the sense of touch, the sense of taste, the sense of smell, the sense of sight, and the sense of sound. Now most of us possess these 5 senses, but there is a 6th and a more elusive sense, which is the sense of humor. People like to laugh and they want to get rid of their stress and just have some good time. As a result, they like hanging around with people who make them laugh and are fun to be with. So having a good sense of humor can help you a lot to improve your personality. You can improve your sense of humor by watching comedy shows or stand-up comedy. Watching such shows can enhance your sense of humor because the comedians look at everyday things or situations differently. Once you start watching comedy, you can understand how these comedians think and crack jokes out of it. Another great way to improve your sense of humor is by surrounding yourself with funny people. As we all know that we've become the person we spend the most time with, spending your time with someone funny will improve your sense of humor. In simple words, just look for humor in everyday situations and just get creative with it. That's it. It's the simple formula to improve your sense of humor. There are also few things to keep in mind while cracking jokes. You shouldn't overdo it. Cracking jokes a few times in a conversation is completely fine and that's what improves your personality. But if you keep cracking jokes the entire conversation, it will just spoil the whole discussion. And never make fun of people for the things they cannot change. Throughout this video, we discussed 5 tips to improve your personality. The first tip was to learn public speaking. We discussed how vital public speaking is in our social and professional life, and then we talked about the glossophobia or speech anxiety. The best way to improve your public speaking skills and kill the nervousness is by practicing speaking publicly. You need to do the things that scare you. In the second tip, we discussed how important it is to be confident about yourself to have a fantastic personality. Just thinking that you're doing well in life can give a massive boost to your confidence levels. That's why I want you all to work hard on your goals. It not only allows you to build a great personality, but working hard on your goals helps you succeed in your life as well. And then we discussed how comparing yourselves to others makes you feel envious and does no good. In the third tip, we discussed the benefits of being a good listener and making the other person feel comfortable talking to you. You must maintain an eye contact with the speaker, nod your head if you agree with them, and just put your phone away while talking to them. You also learned how interrupting people while they're talking is not a good thing to do. In the fourth tip, you've learned how being optimistic and having a positive outlook on life impacts your life and the lives of people around you. Nobody likes being around with someone who's pessimistic, who always talks about negative and never looks at the good. People tend to gravitate and to like positive people because positive people bring joy and uplifting energy. In the fifth tip, you've learned how to use the sixth sense, which is the sense of humor, to your advantage and how it can make any conversation fun and joyful. We even discussed the ways to improve your sense of humor by watching comedy shows. Unfortunately, we aren't all born with unique and engaging personalities. But the good news is, if you embrace and adopt these 5 tips into your daily life and daily interactions, you're well on your way to a personality perfection. Comment down below which one of these tips were your favorite, and if you found value in this video, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell next to it so that you can be the first one to know whenever I upload a new video like this. So that's all for today, folks. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye bye.